So yeah, I guess I'm just gonna end it here. It's pretty rough footage. You guys are probably laughing. Like I say, I mean, I do what I can, do what I know to do. I've got a lot of junk. I love junk. I mean, it's what it is though. But the chickens out there. But yeah, so just gotta work with what you got. Sometimes don't always work out, but like I say, you gotta do what you gotta do. So I'm gonna go take this information and try to keep working, narrowing this stuff down, and like I say, get a new spark plug at least tomorrow, and a correct size socket, and see what we can get figured out with this. But yeah, appreciate you guys watching all this. Hopefully, I want to try. I've got a couple of cool videos in mind. Hopefully, gonna try to stop the just work vlogs for a little bit. I'm weird. I like uploading everything in schedule or like in order as I do them instead of backlogging stuff. But like I say, the other two I was pretty proud of. Like I actually watched a little bit of those back. First time I've ever done anything or watched any of my shit back. This one is pretty rough though. I'm not gonna be watching it. But that being said, I mean I'm a lot closer to figuring stuff out. The other stuff was stuff I knew a little bit more about and kind of could do a little bit easier and quicker. I got a lot more done. This here was kind of me stepping into the unknown a little bit, kind of hoping, shit was going to work out. But yeah, so it's living and learning. But yeah, but if you guys know anything about this shit, I mean, by all fucking means, enlighten me, please. But it doesn't change anything. We still working, still taking care of shit. Shit's still working out one way or the other. But anyways, yeah, you guys stuck around, watched all this, appreciate it, and hope you have a good one. All right, guys, so the the Archons are fucking with me big time today. I don't know. I mean, I've seen worse, but y'all probably gonna call me crazy. I mean, it just looks pretty bad, though. So, I mean, hopefully it's a spark plug, but no way I'd be able to clean this one to pull it back to fuck, or put it back to fuck on, no. God damn. So, try. Look his motherfucker up. Of course, that'd be one socket size I didn't fucking have. Motherfucking 18, so. My dumb ass like that, which I've done before. I don't like to, but I've done it before. So, whatever. Yeah, so I'm just gonna take the part with the number on it, and then shit. I don't know. I better take the whole fucking thing. I'll try to get that and try it tomorrow. So, but yeah, so there's that. Didn't even get to fuck with the lawnmower. I wasn't very excited about that, anyways. What the fuck is that? Why is that over there? Like I say, it's been crazy today, guys. Not a very fun video. Lots of failures, but it's what it is. Oh, I guess I kicked this here. That's what had happened. I guess. 716, yeah. Okay. Alrighty, so yeah, also I tested about jiggling the what you call it, the shifter, and that didn't do no, which I didn't think it was that, but just wanted to try. And also I seen where it said something about beating the top of your dash a little bit. So I beat it, nothing changed. So yeah, I hope it's this because it'd be cheap, but I hope it's not because it's gonna make me look like the world's biggest dumbass. But I've never had to replace a fucking spark plug on a single cylinder engine, especially a newer one, such as the four-wheeler here. But it's either that or some kind of crazy catastrophe thing. They said that spark plugs could go rough, which I figure that's more of a burn and oil type thing, Of course, like I say, I'm a dumbass. So, yeah, so I'm gonna check spark plug and see if it's fucking that. Yeah, so no cruise control. Don't be mean, chicken. No cruise control. I was hitting every button that looked like, I mean, on the steering wheel that looked like it'd be cruise control, and also no light came on. So I got to remember, and I think a light comes on. So, I mean, I don't know about these, but I mean, on some of the newer ones and shit, anyways. And checking. So yeah. So now what I'm gonna do, go up there, try something on the four wheeler real quick. So just to mention this real quick, one thing I do really like is I used to have this attached to my key ring, and you could take it in and out while it's fucking running, which is nice because it's like, oh shit, because I drive to work when I was working construction there, especially in the wintertime. It's like, oh shit, forgot something in the house. So I don't have to detach it off my key ring just to run back in the house, or I don't you know, have to shut the vehicle off. So that was always cool. Now I'm gonna figure out how to even work the cruise control. I've never used cruise control on anything in my fucking life, like, to be honest with you guys, like, other than just to try it on my truck one time. But yeah, so anyways, we'll give it a shot here. All right, guys, so what I'm gonna try now, I went inside, licked my wounds for a while, ate supper, had a little cat nap, and I'm gonna try a couple of other things. From everything that I could tell, is that theoretically about 90% of your issue is going to come from the ABS VSS sensor thing, right? Okay, so in addition to that, as long as your wiring is good, which I'm just going ahead and assuming mine is because it acts differently whether if it's plugged in or not. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take it for a little drive, and if cruise control works or doesn't work, that could kind of determine what it may be. It could be the PSOM, which is what everything's kind of looking like, or it could be I forgot what the fuck it's even called. It's MLP sensor, something like that. For that, I've got to jiggle the gear shift, which I know these here, they've always had the slop in them, you know what I'm saying? The needle never sits exactly right, which I've never known any Ford to, though, you know what I'm saying, for these older ones. So don't think it's that. Or it could be something called a tone ring, whatever the fuck that is. So I guess one of those four things. So wiring, gonna assume it's not. But yeah, so I'm gonna check for that, and if it is a PSOM, doesn't seem to be too bad to fuck with. The only thing is, though, that'd be something to have to track down out of a junkyard. I don't even know if you can get them new. I seen one online. I'm assuming it was new for $400 fucking for that price. I've always had to see, but anyways, though, I got healed up a little bit. I'm still probably a little bit tired. I had to put some contact solution in my eyes. It was kind of sticking and looking rough. Feeling rough, I should say. I'm looking rough, but supper was good. We had chicken and goddamn, I can't even think. Oh, like shells and cheese and mashed potatoes with gravy. And she's making like chocolate cupcakes and stuff now, which is awesome. Like, be honest with you guys, like, I'm almost just so fucking sick of like eating out. We hardly ever do. It's like once a week maybe. But even then, it's like 25, 30 bucks for just some fucking slop that don't even fill you up and just makes you all bloated and feel like shit. Like I say, I'd way rather just eat my wife's cooking than anything. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if I go into town and it's just me and I'm like working of a morning or something like that, if I take a breakfast, which is hardly ever, other than a Monster or whatever, is take me a pack of unsalted saltines and crackers and eat on them a little bit. But anyway, so going to go ahead and give this a shot, and then with the four-wheeler, I'm going to go and try something on it. So we'll see how that goes. So yeah, guys, that didn't work out either. Feeling a little bit defeated with everything, but it's what it is, I guess. Like I say, definitely not a mechanic or anything, but I feel like I was on a pretty good streak the other day, which this video will come out after, like just right after those two. But that was a couple of days ago. Kind of getting some shit taken care of, fixing stuff, things kind of going as they should, you know, stuff like that. Today's been a little rough. Nothing's worked out. I'm gonna go back inside the house, try to do a little bit of research, getting close to supper time, and see what I can come up with. Of course, I'm gonna try the four-wheeler again after everything kind of settles, you know, gas cycles through. I don't know, hopefully it'll start. What's crazy though is that it was hitting just a little bit the other day, but just would never fully start up whenever I was going to replace the carb. So I just assumed that was it. And so I don't know. As far as the Bronco goes, about everything's been tried on it, other than just a couple of other things. So I'm going to try to look into those, see if I can remember what they were. But yeah, so see if we can get we'll get them fixed eventually, but gonna go in, like I say, try to do a little more research for the time being. Anyways though, take it easy and I'll see y'all here in a few. So, like I say, I took the that old one off, put the new one back on after I was able to file it down, that ABS vehicle speed sensor, whatever the fuck. And no check engine, no ABS, no flashing overdrive. So let's take it for a little spin and see what we got. Yeah, same old shit. No flashing overdrive, no check engine as of yet, but the ABS isn't fixed, still like skidding whenever I brake. Damn, that was a wrench. Not so much there, but yeah. I don't believe this is going well, guys. See the brakes? I'm about to downshift it. Second. See, now it just goes like fine. Of course, the brakes still ain't fixed, but I don't know. I'll have to look into it a little bit more. I mean, all this here was just kind of wishful thinking. But, yeah, there's a check engine. So is today going to be the fail day? I don't know. I've got the new one on. I've been cranking and it just ain't starting up. Don't know what it could be. Like I say, it'll crank, it just won't fire up. I'm gonna let it set for a little bit. I'm gonna go back down, and my daughter's up, so I'm gonna try hitting the Bronco lick, see how it goes, and come back up here and try to fuck with this a little bit more. I don't know. So if it's not this, I guess it could be vacuum leak, or I've heard worst case scenario, something with the fucking valves, which I ain't got a damn clue on that shit. Tried to make sure everything was tight. Of course, this is just the old one. There's a new. But I don't know. So we'll try that. Like I say, try the Bronco and see what's going on. Then we'll come back up here and try to fuck with this. All right, so up here at the four-wheeler in the barn, and anyways, like I say, it's basically fucking new, guys. It's just sit around. I ended up getting some bad gas and putting it in there one time. I wish I could just fucking ride it. Of course, battery went dead. It's got the pull start, but that broke one time and I had to fix it. Like, honestly, I could just use the money. I've got other shit anyways, but finally got the old carburetor out, and I've went through and tried to redo this one twice. So then, like with everything else, got the cheap Amazon one. Of course, here's the lawnmower. Got to work on it. I don't even know where the fuck the carburetor is on this, guys. I'll be honest with y'all. I mean, I've only kind of half-assed look, but like, I mean, I see the fuel line here, right? Of course, it's just gravity fed from the tank, then it goes up into the fuel pump. It's got a thing that goes to here. Like, is it in there? I don't fucking know. It'd be weird as shit if so. This is first Kohler motor I'm ever gonna be fucking with. Everything else I've always had has been like Briggs and Stratton shit, you know. Of course, I wouldn't think it's that. I don't know. I just need to get this dude off here in a little bit. That's gonna be my next thing after the four-wheeler here. But we're saying got no gas. I gotta get some. Probably even try it afterwards. Should be able to just clean this one up, I'm hoping, instead of having to replace. But yeah, like I say, it's a learning process, and I suck at working on shit, and I hate working on shit. You gotta do what you gotta do. So anyways, we're gonna crack this dude up and see how we look. All right, so I finally got that on there. I was up underneath there fucking filing it forever. But I'm gonna go ahead and start working on something else in the meantime before I go ahead and start it back up again. Like I said, I just don't want to get the dogs going, and you know, like say what my daughter up and stuff, she's trying to nap, so I'm gonna go up to the barn and try to see if I can start fucking with either the lawnmower or the four-wheeler. So be heading up there. All right, guys, up underneath the truck again. I believe I've got this figured out. So whenever, here's the old one, here's the new one. So whenever, or I noticed whenever I put the old one back on, the, y'all see that? I can't even see the screen. This thing, the pigtail or female end or whatever, or this here's the male end, whatever, I guess, I don't know. Anyways, the motherfucking thing that connects with the wires, whatever. It slid pretty far back on this dude. Right? This motherfucker here has got this rounded out fucking looking thing on it, and this one does not. And then this here is preventing it from going any further back. And so this one here most likely just wasn't connected. That's why I was acting the same whenever it was whenever I had this one on as it was whenever I unplugged it. Like the ABS lights started, and then everything like the check engine light, the overdrive light was all flashing at the same time as soon as on startup. This one over here, nothing came on until I started going down the road a little bit. So I'm gonna try to file this motherfucker down and see if we can get it on there. All right, guys, we're just sitting here idling. What it is I took the old one and cleaned it. No ABS, no check engine, no overdrive of flashing. So I'll take it up down the road. Let's see what it does. Hope the dog don't start barking. My daughter's trying to take a nappy. Okay, I started off down the road a minute ago. My rock's still holding the tarp on. I need a seal for the back glass. I mean, the wind is there, but like I say, I just need the seal. Okay, so the ABS just came back on. However, I believe that's been on. So that's what I hate. Like, these brakes are really dangerous right now. But ABS has had an issue for a while. Ah, fuck. Now it's back to doing the same old shit. Yeah. feel it kind of surge. And what it does is it tries going from like first to like overdrive. That's crazy. No check engine, no overdrive flash, you know. Which is weird. It makes me think though that that's still the issue. It's just that speed sensor did not work properly. But anyways, I'm gonna go back, try to fuck with it a little bit more, see what we can figure out. We're running, but check this out, guys. Okay, so we still have the same issues. Speedometer not working, overdrive flashing. However, though, I'm thinking it may just be the part. The reason I say that is because the speedometer was working with the old one, just not with this new one here. So it's like it just didn't make connection right or something. I don't know. Maybe it's because it's the cheapest fucking one. What I'm going to attempt to do whenever I get back to the house then is swap the well, I'm going to try to just clean the old one best that I can and try to reattach it and see what it does differently. And because the overdrive with the other one, like I say, the transmission is being all weird. I mean, this near's going through and shifting and stuff. It's just doing that pressurized shift instead of like the same as it was whenever I just had it unplugged. You know what I'm saying? See, I don't know if you could hear or tell that, but like I say, the overdrive wasn't flashing and the speedometer was working then. So anyways, I'm gonna take it back to the house. We'll try that. All right, so we're gonna let it run a minute and take it down the road and see what it does. All right, so we got the new one on. Of course, I bought the cheapest one they had on Amazon. I wouldn't recommend that one because I ended up having to shave down the clips a little bit to get it to fit. Which I've seen that on a review, which I should just fucking listen, spent $2 more. But now I'm gonna end up having to come back down here and tape this motherfucker up so it'll stay on there good. But like I say, we're getting ready to try her out here. As expected, it's solid as fuck, so I'm gonna hit it with the lick of this and give it a second and see if we can get it off. Yeah, so in case if you're wondering, like I say, I ain't got a whole lot of room, but here's the rear end. It's on the back side, like, you know, I'm on the side with the pointing up that way or whatever. And here it is. I unplugged it, like I say, kind of drove it a little bit, and it was just doing the pressurized shifts. And it looks like the only thing holding it on is just that one bolt. So I'm gonna try to get that off. And yeah, I know this thing's rusty as fuck too. But get the new one on. So also where the gas prices are going crazy, I'm just going ahead and loading up. I usually go through and fill these up once mowing starts, a couple months away, but gas seems to be going up like 10 cents a day or some shit. So I'm gonna go ahead and stockpile. Like I say, who says you can't haul fucking shit in a little bitty car, bro? Which, by the way, I've got everything put on here for the where I'm gonna put the tent over the chicken run. I just gotta go and saw like the little edges off and shit. Kind of been holding off on that a little bit though, just because it's so fucking nasty and everything in there. And where it's been raining, you should get like 10 pounds of mud, it feels like, on your boot. And like I say, last time I was fucking with it, it's getting mud up in there. But yeah, so I just kind of been working on some other stuff in the meantime. But yeah. All right, guys, so gonna do another video. It's probably gonna be another like working around doing shit vlog today, I guess. Starting to, well, it's probably about noon right now and shit. Like I say, got to spend some time with the family and whatnot. Let me put this over here. First thing I was gonna do was I bought another quart of oil just because I have to put it in the truck once in a while. And we're gonna put that in there. And yeah, so the next thing I'm gonna do, other than just, let the chickens out here. Just let me see if I can watch them all come out running here. Hey, chickens. Guinea. But anyways, yeah, so like I say, got up, spent some time with the family and whatnot. Also, it's the first day of the whole time change thing, so everything's all kind of fucked up. I'm tired as fuck. I always hate the springtime shit where the time changes. Yeah, so first main thing I'm gonna do is I got the part that I'm going to attempt to replace on the Bronco, that vehicle speed sensor that's on top of the rear end back there. I tried to make a few second video just kind of showing that and stuff. It's also misting a little bit, but hair's crazy, whatever. Just gonna try to do some shit today. But hey, chickens, got some more of them coming out here now. There's a rooster. But anyways, though, gonna start off doing that. So, like I say, I'm no mechanic. I'm also a fucking retard, and I just assume the worst. I don't want to say that because that's gonna, if you say stuff like that, it kind of manifests it in your life, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not. Being good at vehicles is not one of my strong suits, okay? Or any type of shit like that. So my dumb ass could have, there I go again. But anyways, whatever. Motherfucking spark plug. Well, worst comes to worst. Carburetor, here's the old one. It's just 30 bucks. Spark plug is like $4. So, yeah. Now I got two carburetors. I mean, I just keep the cheap one on there for now, ride it, and then with the other one, I'll just kind of hold on to it and swap back to it once this one fucks out, or like I say, hopefully I can try to sell it. These four-wheelers here, they don't really sell a lot though, just because they're small and two-wheel drive, but that's what I like though. It's like my dream four-wheeler is like an old-ass Honda 4Trax 250 with the kickstart. Well, other than a Banshee, I mean, you know what I'm saying, but no reverse. Kind of got to have reverse shit around here. And the other is like a 220 Bayou, Kawasaki. But I like the little small ones, bro. Like even with this one here, it's small enough. I did get it. The only time I ever kind of got it stuck was I would just pick it up and scoot it over, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, though, so I'm gonna get the mule out of the way and then try to take this dude for a little spin. Hell yeah, redemption arc, guys. All right, so I decided to do a little bit of a, possibly, I guess, a redemption arc. Like I say, today's day after the last clip. I'm just gonna put all these in one video. I didn't want to make too many, like, follow me around doing shit videos and stuff, you know. Especially, like I say, some of them I was kind of goofy in. I mean, I was a little excited, like, with the... and that one where I was got the radio and shit going in the truck, but the speakers, I mean. But anyways, though, where everything was, it wasn't necessarily a fail yesterday, because I was getting a lot closer to kind of figuring shit out. Anyways, so I've got a couple more things I'm going to try on the Bronco. I'm going to do those tomorrow. If I make a video of it, I'll edit that in on this as well. But I'm going to check the tone ring, which I figured out what it is. It's got some weird ass names. Basically, it's just like this gear that runs in the rear end, and then the vehicle speed sensor reads off of it. I seen a guy on YouTube. He said that what he done was he took and shaved down the little part that connects, like with the bolt and stuff, so it got it closer to the tone ring. So I'm checking the tone ring, and then I'm gonna grind that down and see if I can get some type of connection. And if not, then I know it's upstream. Again, assuming it's not any of the actual wiring. But I'll double check that at some point. And it's looking like it could very well be the PSOM, which that's going to be, there's a bird flying around the barn, but that's one of the things definitely gonna definitely gonna take a while, and not in any real big hurry for the fixing that up or anything. Just I have to go to junkyard, source one, or spend like big money on eBay or something for one. So which I'm not gonna do, but yeah, so just kind of updates. So I want to throw in, I guess, just a little bit more footage. That way it's all there together. Like I said, I was a little bit like, oh, fuck, but I took some time, thought about it, things like that. So basically what I'm doing now is putting a new spark plug on the four-wheeler. So getting ready to do that, try to fire it up, see what happens. Before this, I went and, like I said, the mill house thing I talked about in that one video, on the back side of it, there's some boards that was coming loose, so I went and hammered those in, screwed them in and stuff. Went to town, done some work and shit today, but I'll probably make a separate video, kind of discussing all that and whatnot. So, but yeah, anyways, though, so we're gonna try this and see how this goes. Okay, so yeah, I went back on my word. I ended up taking off the fuel filter. Because I was like, I kind of really want to know where it was so dirty. I didn't want to just reattach everything just to be able to run it. So what I'm going to do is, like I said, tomorrow I'm going to go to my brother's, which I have to pass through a town to get to his place. So I'm just going to get a new fuel filter while I've got this off. And shake a little bit out. Of course, you can blow through it. But like I say, it is a little dirty. It wouldn't hurt. Hasn't been changed in years. So I'm just gonna keep letting the oil drain out, and then just gonna put it in tomorrow. I did dry fit it, so I've got enough line. I'm gonna take this back, and this will pay for half of the motherfucking fuel filter and stuff. Of course, I check the numbers, make sure, because sometimes they don't give you the right shit. So you always need to double check if you can. But because that's happened to me like 3 times, which is crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's so. Anyways, of course, the Wix's website's really good about being able to look stuff up on there if you need to. But yeah, so just gonna let all that drain out for tomorrow, and then like I say, here's where it goes through into the fuel filter, and then down here's the bottom part. I'm able to stretch this one out, then this one here turns in like that. So we're gonna be good. I've got enough line. I didn't have to cut this one here. This does have a little bit of an abrasion over here, but it's not all the way through yet or anything. As far as the brakes go, the only place that I was able to tell that it leaked was down there, which I wiped it off so I could kind of retest it. But I was like, oh fuck, brakes are locked up because it's off. So it didn't do a damn thing anyways. But there's a little gasket right here. So I want to do a little bit of research about that. And if the gasket and everything that I'm thinking is correct, you can find it online for about $5, so it ain't too bad. One of the main issues they say is this dude, which that's already been replaced. So, like within the past few years and shit. So yeah, gonna check into all that a little bit. But yes, that's gonna be it on this for today. Just gonna kind of let everything sit. But yeah, so like I say, yesterday and today I want to do a little bit of redemption arc, so I'm just going to edit all this footage together and stuff from like the day before that's kind of danked out. Like I say, if I had the fuel filter and stuff, I'd be able to check all that, which I almost bought one the other day, but I didn't. So I mean, I may still edit footage in if I go and replace it and make this one just big like fucking, I don't know what the hell it's gonna be, like an hour long bullshit or something. So, but anyways though, that's what I'm doing for today. I don't know if I'll come back out and do much. I do have to haul a dead hen off, RIP. So that sucks. But yeah, so appreciate you guys watching so far anyway. So if this is the end, appreciate it. If not, then we'll see you in the next clip, I guess. I don't know if you can see really on the very bottom though. There's some filth in there, so pretty dirty fuel. Yeah, you can definitely kind of see now settling down. I know the gas tank's a little bad. That's on my list to replace at some point, and definitely gonna need to probably get another fuel filter here sometime. I may see if I can try to nab one tomorrow while I've got everything off and shit. But yeah. So I've got the bottom hose cut. Yeah, you can definitely see the crack and stuff now. It's where it was at. So now what we're gonna do is I probably won't be able to hold the camera and do it. Can I set it here? Do I even want to? I don't know, we'll try it. Catching some of it. Anyways, you get the point. I'm trying to dump the gas that was in the fuel filter. A little damn dirty. But into something. But anyways, yeah. Yeah, so with the fuel, what it is, it's right underneath the fuel filter, and I can actually feel it with my finger. It's right on the back side back here. It's got a little crack, so I may be able to just actually cut it and bring this up a little bit. I've got enough line here, I think. I'll try that first, that way I can try to return that fucking $12 foot of line, and then I'll just order some. That way I've got it. Because it probably wouldn't hurt to order a little bit for this as well, or at least maybe cut this and bring it up, because that's what power steering. I mean, like I say, it's always kind of leaked, and the way the power steering fluid is it kind of stays wet for a while. It's not like gas where it kind of dries up a little quicker, but so yeah, there's that. Since I know where that is, it's not too bad. A little bit thankful, at least it's underneath the hood. But yeah, it's a little bit rusty on the manifold, but whatever. So yeah, I am gonna just try to trace everything on the brake fluid, just make sure it's not leaking anywhere else as well. Because the brakes on this thing have always been pretty good, but I'm assuming it's that. I don't know a whole lot about the brakes and stuff, vehicles, because like I say, kind of push it, you know. It's like they kind of had to be pumped up a little bit, but so I can see, yeah, so that's probably it. I mean, it is rusty and shit, so probably just a gasket or something there. I don't fucking know. Like I said, I don't know much about this shit, guys. I'm not a mechanic, but we're figuring it out. So I've got the oil draining out. Still have to get the filter, which it's in a hard to fuck place to get, and kind of get it from back here, I guess, maybe. But best I remember, I had to go from underneath last time. It is in a weird place. The fuel line leaks up top though, because I did see it kind of spewing down. Of course, this whole apparatus looks wild, but it's probably because, you know, a little fucked. But hopefully I have enough line for that. If not, I'll just order that 5 foot once I get this off and make for sure. Also, which I'm not going to fuck with that until the oil change is done, because I do want to start it up just a little bit and let the filter through, or excuse me, the oil filter into the filter, and then that way I can make sure I've got the correct oil and stuff in it. But I do think I found the brake fluid leak. See that? I'm gonna pump the brakes a little bit more and check it. So yeah, the fuel line is indeed leaking. It's pretty fucking bad. Okay. Also, the brakes are still fucked. I can't really tell what the issue is with that. I ain't got a whole lot of brake. I did top off the fluid. It's always had a little bit of a leak. I'm gonna try to punch on them a little bit more, see if I can figure that out as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and kill it on account of that fuel leak. But yeah. Still got a lot of fuzzes on the engine. This here's whenever I was at my parents' house, had a cat over there that liked sleeping in here. Yeah, so like I say, something I am going to do as well is once I kind of start it up and get it pulled down there to level ground before I shut it off, and like I say, after I warm it up, check the oil. And I'm going to check down in here. Can't hardly tell, but it looked like it might have leaked a little bit of fuel. Like I said, I'd fixed it once before, but still got the old line. I just have to take this shit off and I'm able to tell. Which I hope it's not. That way I can take this little piece of rubber hose here back. Let's see, where's that? Oh fuck, over here. Okay, because I seen online that you could get 5 feet off of Amazon for $5.99. I was like, well, I don't need that much, and I'll just save $1 and get a lot less, because I seen also online that you're supposed to be able to get a foot of this at AutoZone for $3.50. Okay, I was like, well, I was at O'Reilly's, because I usually try to get Wix stuff best that I can, and that's where you got to get that at, right? I think you get it at Napa as well, which we don't have one of those around. But anyways, I was like, well, I'll just get some fuel line there. It should be about the same price, right? Fuck no, $11.99. Do not get your fuel line at O'Reilly's, unless the old, I mean, some old goober. I don't know if he rung it up weird. Probably not, I'm assuming. But anyways, so yeah, don't get your fuel line there. Of course, here's the oil we're going to be putting in it. I've always put Valvoline conventional 10W30 in it. Cannot find it anywhere. I don't know if they still make it or not. I've looked a couple different places. So this same stuff put in the Bronco as well, just the conventional. And then in my truck, I always put 10W30 Castrol high mileage, like the green jug, just because that's what the guy who had it before I did put in it, so it's what I put in it. Like I say, Bronco, it's a little sludgy, so just trying to put the normal shit in and everything, right? Now, goddamn little bitty car, I've got it wrote down, but it's like OW or 5W30, Mobil 1 or something. But yeah, so there's that. I was getting the Waspers a minute to try to clear out anyways. They didn't have a Wix air filter at O'Reilly's, so I was like, well, I'll get this here. Should be, it's better than what's in it. Let me show you guys. I checked it the other day when I was fucking with all this stuff. Probably ain't been changed in who knows the fuck how long. I've looked it up before though, and these engines are good about not leaking oil because the gaskets kind of turn into like some jelly looking shit. So see how we're doing. Still doing good on the brake fluids, which should be. I haven't used it any, but that over there. I kind of half-ass cleaned it out. Looks pretty rough, and I still got some more cleaning to do. Goddamn rat shit, y'all. She's a little dirty, but yeah. Hey, whenever it's running, though, it runs good. So, but anyways, gonna pause it here while I clean it out and try to get this motherfucker put in. Okay, so I got the new one put in here. I couldn't even find a brand on the other one. It just said made in like Podrique, Canada or something like that. But anyways though, yeah, like I say, I know when it comes to this vehicle shit, it can kind of start getting a little expensive. Especially if you're like me and you like having a minimum of 4 junkers at a time. But the thing is though, is like if you don't have car payments, you can have multiple vehicles. Like it's honestly even cheaper to do so than to have one good one with a car payment. Because I mean, here's the thing: is like if your car payment one fucks out on you, then you're really fucked. You know what I'm saying? But it's like these things, you know, you gotta do a little maintenance here and there. But if you've only got like, say, a couple vehicles, which honestly is probably about what we realistically need, I would try, if you can, to try to buy better quality stuff. I am a bit of a brand person when it comes to the filters and whatnot. I try to get Wix stuff a lot, and I try to get a, you know, if I can, if they've got it, you know, or if try to get Castrol. I mean, the Valvoline stuff is great. Like I say, that's the only thing that was ever in that 91 Nissan Maxima that I had that was a gift to me. It's one of those things that's been in the family forever, and it went 400,000 miles without an oil leak, right? Typically, Wix filters and Valvoline 10W30 conventional. I haven't had any issues with the Castrol either, so which I've seen this one guy, it's on YouTube, that Project Farm guy. He did a thing where he like reviewed some oils and stuff, and he did do like the Amazon brand one stuff, and it's made by like a company, which that's one thing too, is a lot of times these things are made by like other companies and shit or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And they just kind of rebrand them and shit, so they're pretty good. These batteries suck. These are about a year. The silver ones are about 2, and then the max ones are like 3. As far as batteries go, I mean, they're getting high as fuck, but the Duralast ones from AutoZone, they seem to go like 7 years, roughly. The battery in my truck is a 2019, so I mean, this is the year, but you know, it's pretty decent, I feel like, for a battery. Now, I did have, I'll tell you guys, actually, the battery in the itty bitty car, I mean, it's a Kia, but anyways, it's a 2010, it's made in 2009, you know, it was a 2010 model, and it still has the original battery in it, Kia brand. By far the best battery I've ever seen. Now, in this one here, we had a battery that was called a Super Lex. It was a 2011, and I replaced it last year. However, though, I let this motherfucker sit, and I've used the battery, and then it's what I've just kind of been putting in the Bronco to let it do its thing. I could probably recharge it up and it'd be decent. I don't know. But Super Lexes are pretty good too. They're a little bit cheaper, but they're probably hard to find unless you're kind of from roughly the area, you know, because they're kind of like a local thing in a sense. But the Kia battery's been fucking great. I don't know if they make Kia batteries for this other stuff, but surprisingly very nice. But yeah, so now I'm gonna go check. I think my daughter's up and stuff, so I don't have to worry about making noise and try to work on some other shit for this. So okay, so what I did here was I seen on YouTube a video of a guy. He went and shaved down like this part here. That way he would go deeper and sometimes make a connection. I jacked it up and tested the tone ring and stuff like that, and everything looked great on it. Like, it was actually really nice. So then I shaved this down to where it's like basically touching the tone ring, but not really. And then I'm gonna try it here in a few minutes and see, you know, if that makes a difference. Sometimes, like I say, that's a cheat code to get around the PSOM ordeal. So, like I say, gonna try that. But before I do that, because like I said, my daughter's still napping, this thing's loud as fuck, and just right outside the house, is I'm probably gonna go and change the air filter in the little Nissan. So we'll do that now. Okay, so all that looks good. So yeah.
Just let me know when to start.
Which, by the way, guys, if the like aerosol is all out, but you're still like half full, like I am on shit, it won't hardly come out. Well, there it is, because it's kind of started. But sometimes it won't. Unless already, like I say, kind of started. See? So what you can do, though, just turn it like all the way open and turn it upside down. And you'll see it all pushing out there and stuff. That way you can still use it if you had to. Yeah, I accidentally left my tools out to get rained on. I mean, they was in this, but they still kind of got wet. The ones inside these were fine. New goddamn sockets got rained on. It's fucking rough. All right, back here. So, yeah, today just gonna. I miss the next day after what'll be the last clip. Oh, hey, look at this dude. But, anyways, first thing I'm gonna do is get the little Nissan truck, get it pulled down there and flat, and let the oil be draining. And then after that, gonna try to fuck with the Bronco a little bit. So, yeah. So it's been a pain in the ass. And like I say, it's one of these drains where it just runs out in the field and shit. Or the briar patch. Keeping them good and fertilized. But anyways, though, so just having to work it a little bit at a time. It's been rough, but good news is it's actually kind of cool today. Despite the sun. So, yeah, that's basically what I've been working with today. Hey guys, so got everything done on the truck other than the like I say, the brake, or excuse me, the brakes. I'll have to check those here in a few. Like I said, I know I need to shave. Looking rough, but anyways, reason being is the past couple days our drain's been stopped up, so that's what I've been fucking with last night and today mostly. Sun's crazy. Let me flop this camera around. Also threw in a jug of gas. Threw in a little bit of that mystery oil. I don't know, I've been using it for quite some time. But like I say, I just don't, just throw it in and see if it helps anyways. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna hop out here, check for any leaks, make sure we're good. Or shut it off and add a little bit. Pin this back up here after I shut it off. Now I'll top the oil off here with the full stamps. All right, so new fuel filters on, new oil filters on. Kind of see it shiny down there. Got the oil put in. Of course, getting a lot for the oil filter. Nothing, I just put a little extra in there, so I'm gonna start up, run it for a minute, and then we'll get the rest of it added later. So I was able to end up returning that extra line that I didn't need. So I just got the new, that didn't blow through good. fuel filter here. So now I'm gonna attach it to here, and then one that's kind of hung down there a little bit. So, all right, so here we are back. A couple days later, I'm gonna be putting that fuel filter on and putting the oil in, put some gas in. Like I say, trying some stuff here on the truck and see if we can try to get everything done except for figuring out the brake fluid issue. But yeah. Hey guys, so just checking in. This is probably the last clip that I add to this long ass. It's probably gonna be long as fuck. Whenever I get everything put together and edit it up, I might call it like working on shit the movie or something. I don't fucking know, something stupid. But yeah, so got everything pretty well done. I'm still in the process of snaking this drain. It's dark, it's cold. I'm out here at night. Just had to go and do my rounds, feed the animals and stuff. Had a cigarette, just finished it up. I've been fucking real big with the this cranberry juice. But yeah, so as far as the vehicles go and everything like that, I've deduced down that it is the PSOM on the Bronco. I'm gonna try to rip out the dash and everything like that, or well, the cluster and stuff, and get that sometime, kind of check it out and see if I can get one of these computer guys around or something to weld it up or solder it up, whatever the fuck, or seen online where you can send it off and stuff. Looking like a couple $100 job at the cheapest though, so it's gonna be a while before I fuck with that. Got everything done on the little Nissan pickup though. Other than the brakes, I've still got to test all that and shit. I think I figured out my wooden flatbed that I'm gonna put on it plans at some point though. But I'm not gonna fuck with that till probably like later in the year at best. Just because I've got so many other projects I got to get finished up and stuff. But yeah, I still got to get the 10 on that goddamn chicken run. It's been raining like a motherfucker. Still didn't get any new boots and stuff like that. I've looked at 2 different Walmarts. Didn't have size I needed or anything, but so that kind of sucks. I'm going to keep looking and stuff though. I was hoping to go in the woods today, but to be honest with you, I've just been fucking with this drain about all day. And I've been so tired and shit too. Yesterday was a long day. Had to do a lot of running around, a lot of driving and stuff. In the morning, I got to go a little bit before daylight and do some errands, pay some bills, and work on the rent trailer and stuff a little bit. And also try to get them to get that fire marshal sticker. I've been going around trying to make calls and get that shit going on today and stuff. But just a lot to do. But yeah, so I'm gonna try to go in here and see if I can try to get this wrapped up, at least good enough to last till the weekend or something, so I can fuck with it again. Cause I mean, it's gonna sound gross, guys, but I need a motherfucking shower bad, y'all. So can't do it if water just pulls up and it's fucking gross too. So goddamn, you know. But we're working on it though. I mean, I'm hitting the clog. It takes so fucking long, guys. But we're just getting there. And yeah, so this will be the last clip I edited into all that. And probably try to do another one of these at some point. But I want to try to, like I say, not put so many here together. So I've got them other couple videos I recorded kind of in the meantime while recording this big few day ordeal. And if somebody actually watched this all the way through, you're goated as fuck. Just let me know, because I'm actually highly interested. But if not though, I mean, I don't blame you, because I wouldn't watch it back either, you know what I'm saying? But gotta do what you gotta do. But yeah, so appreciate it, and hope you guys have a good one.